So welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Jessica.
I'm Jennifer.
And today we have a video for anyone who wants to move to
LA,
or anyone who actually is a foreigner and wants to move to America and particularly Los Angeles. So this is for you.
It's all about LA.
Yeah. So basically we moved to LA, I think was it 2011 or 2012?
I think it was ending of 2011.
Yeah, I think summertime 2011. And you guys, we were so excited. We were going to fashion school, FIDM, which is located in downtown LA. And we were so excited. We looked online, we found like an apartment which was within like where it had FIDM students. We were going to be living with 2 other girls and we were like bloody excited. And you know,
we had begged our mom because the choice was between going to fashion school in Paris or going to LA, and obviously we wanted to go to LA. I felt like we would have a language barrier in Paris, so we badly wanted to go to LA. So we had planned out everything. We were so excited, packing all our things, and obviously it's miles and miles away because we have a home in London and we also have a home in Nigeria, and you know, we're used to that 6 hours, but LA is like 13 hours. So you would have to check how many hours the city is going to be. You have to say bye to your loved ones because it's going to be a bit far, and you have to prepare for LA. So let's go into our experience when we got there.
So basically arriving in LA, we stayed in downtown LA, and my first impression when I got there was, this is not the LA I usually see on TV. You know, the LA that I usually see on TV is in Beverly Hills and Calabasas. You know, it's very like palm trees everywhere. It looks amazing. You're seeing Fendi, you're seeing Prada as you're walking down the street. It's nice, it's breezy.
But what you have to realize is that they actually have drones flying across the most expensive areas of LA, and when you're in LA you will come across these areas, believe it or not, you will. It will look so beautiful, but the reality of like most parts of LA don't actually look like that.
So when you're watching your favorite TV show and you see these beautiful images, just know they have drones in the most beautiful parts of LA. It doesn't look like that everywhere. So the trendy part of LA is downtown LA. This has a mix of people. It has people that are just like young, trendy and doing their thing.
Lots of fashion students.
It has lots of people that are, you know, doing creative jobs. It also just has like regular like corporate working people around downtown LA, and it is filled with bombs. That's one thing I noticed when I first arrived. I was living in England at the time and I was so used to not seeing homeless people everywhere, and there were homeless people everywhere. Like to the point you'll be sitting down in Starbucks and you'll have them coming and they'll be shaking your drink. They will shaking your drink to find out if you know you have some of your drink left. Or asking you for $5. You know, they were everywhere asking, and it was a shock to me. And I just feel like when
in Europe in general, they don't really allow homeless people enter into restaurants, or I mean, you can enter into it to buy food and to go, but they don't allow them to talk to other customers or like, you know, harass people. But I feel like in America there's just a lot of freedom, so they allow them to talk to customers, sit down wherever they want, do what they want, and that was just quite different.
And when we got to know the backstory behind the homeless issue in downtown LA, we got to find out that it was due to so many people chasing their Hollywood dreams of being an actor or a musician. When it doesn't work out, they turn to drugs. This was like a recurring story from most people, and I found it really sad. And that's why I'll say, if you're trying to chase your dream and go to LA, just be prepared to actually be tough-skinned and to actually be able to have an emotional stability, because many people turn to drugs when it doesn't really go well.
And we actually made friends with some homeless people. They used to call us my twins.
Where my twins?
Where my twins at? So we made friends with them. Like we'll take selfies with them. We saw them almost every day.
Sometimes you go and buy like a smoothie for them. So we started to make friends with some of our bombs. They were our friends, you know.
But the LA experience was really fun because we lived downtown LA. Our apartment was right next to FIDM. I'm not going to say the name of the apartment.
But it was just 5 minutes walk from the Staples Center. Everything was happening near
So we could see when the basketball games were going on. We could see when the BET Awards was coming down. We could see so many events that were going on, and you could run into celebrities anytime. Once we actually went to like a fax office just down the road, and we saw Terrence Howard and his girlfriend, wife right now. that were there. And once we were in the cinema, what's the cinema called?
Yeah.
The cinema is near the Staples Center as well. And
yeah, I ran into Eva
Eva
Longoria
Longoria was
in
just
the
like
toilet.
holding the toilet door. And you could run into people anytime, which is such a fun atmosphere. Most people there are doing something big. I mean, we're on the queue at 7-Eleven talking to this guy, and you know, we went back home and saw him on the Disney Channel.
Yeah.
And it was actually crazy because you just meet anybody.
Yeah, you constantly are just meeting people, and you know, everyone is friendly.
Yeah.
Everyone just thinks, and even inside when they see us and we're twins, they're like, "You guys are actresses."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No," they're like, "No, you're kidding. You're actresses." I'm like, "No, really."
Why not?
And when we say we're doing fashion, they're like, "Yeah, but you know, you're in entertainment." You know.
It was so much fun, and you could just be driving. This is for the young girls that just moved to LA. You have to be a bit more, you know, smart. Don't get in anybody's car that you don't know.
Yeah.
Because so many times we'll be driving down and you just see somebody with a cool car. It could be a Ferrari, and
We'll be actually walking down the road.
Yeah, y'all twins, y'all want to get high? You don't want to come in my car? And we just say no thank you. You just have to be a bit smart, because everybody's fun and everything, but you don't really know that person like that, or you don't really want to get mixed up in a crowd that is doing drugs or anything like that.
Yeah, you have several people sometimes, like if you're around your friends and you guys are dressed up, some guys will offer you after like going out clubbing, they'll offer, "Can I drop you guys home?" And it's like, it's not really safe because you don't know where they're going to take you, and you're probably drunk, so you don't know what could possibly happen. So I'll say be aware of that.
So also moving to LA for a foreigner, also what I wanted you to know is that if you do not have a social security number, we didn't have a social security number, and it actually was kind of an issue. So I feel like you need to think about this before you actually move there. If you're moving with the school might actually offer accommodation for international students, which is good. But the accommodation for international students that we had was shared, and we do not like sharing accommodation with other people. So we tried to get an apartment on our own, and without the social security number, you actually have to have a bank statement of a certain amount in your account that you have. So my mom actually had to fax this from the UK, bank statements of a certain amount, and you have to have them proofread everything. You have to bring so much documentation, passport photographs. It was a bit of a long, you know, long stretch. But eventually it happened. But that's just why I wanted you to know that it's not going to be as easy as England or most other countries that just give you student accommodation immediately.
Yeah, and the nightlife in LA is amazing. Obviously, it's top notch. There's so many amazing clubs to go to. There's so much going on. Almost every night you'll be able to find something to do, and we prefer the lounges. I think the lounges are amazing. There are lots of rooftop lounges. There's the Standard Hotel. There's a really nice rooftop lounge. Yes. During the day it looks amazing, and nighttime it looks even more amazing. There are so many amazing places. They have top notch restaurants as well that you can go to. Obviously the price is a bit, you know,
it's a bit high.
It's a bit high, so you just have to check your budget if you're a student, or like if you can't yet afford that lifestyle. Just check your budget and see what you can do, and you actually have a lot of, you know, like almost like sugar daddy kind of guy. Like our first night going out to like a really fancy restaurant, I was outside, I just went out for some air, and I just saw like a sugar daddy smoking his cigarette, and he was looking at me from behind. He was looking at me from behind, and he said, "I like your pants," and he had like an Italian accent or something, and I was like, "Thank you." And he gave me his card and was like, "I have this studio, and I work with models, I work in the fashion industry, and if you ever need anything at all, in fact you should stop by my studio." And I was just like, yeah, thank you. And you know, when that restaurant I think that was a sugar daddy restaurant, because there were like so many.
The restaurant is Louis Bottega, and it's very popular. I'm sure you've seen your favorite fashion bloggers take pictures there. You could run into somebody that was on the hills, you could run into fashion bloggers. We actually ran into Winnie Potts from the hills. Yeah, and it's such a beautiful restaurant. It has literally has a pyramid of macaroons. It has the most amazing meals, and you could meet anybody there. But I noticed every time we would go there, two of us would just sit down, you look around and you see a lot of the older guys just scoring the room, like looking at all the young girls there, looking at all the talent. And there are a lot of sugar daddies in LA in general. I feel like most successful older men move to LA and they just, you know, look around at what young girls they can, you know, hang out with.
Yeah, so that's what we'll say. Another thing that we noticed when we moved there is LA is expensive, so you have to budget.
Yes.
You know, when we were like we would visit our friends in other parts of America. You know, just getting little things like a loaf of bread. I think it was like $1 or $2.
Yeah.
But in LA, in Rite Aid, not in Rite Aid,
Ralph's.
Sorry, in Ralph's, it comes up to about $5 sometimes. It's like $4.99 for a loaf of bread, and this is unheard of in other parts of America.
Yeah.
So it's really one of the most expensive parts of America. So if you're going there, you really
need
to budget.
Yeah. And just another really important point is you need a car.
Yeah.
Like California in general is so big, the roads are so big, and to get to anywhere there's a lot of space in between. So you can't just walk to places. And I was so used to England where I walk everywhere. So you actually need a car if you're going to move to LA, because I always had to take taxi or go out with my friends and use them for a ride.
So guys, these are our tips for moving to LA. If you want to move to LA, if you've always wanted to go there, this is the advice that we have for you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Please comment down below and let us know what you think, if you've ever tried to go to LA, or what you think of this video in general. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.
And we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.